Hey guys, I appreciate you wanting to enjoy the show. First, I got to give a couple shout outs. First off, I want to give a shout out to dresscomfy.com. She has the latest and greatest for Sneaky G Man merch. So please check it out. Dresscomfy.com. Also, want to give a shout out to 3 a.m. Water Hydration for the Go Getters. Natural spring water. Go get it. Now let's go do the damn thing. Before we do the damn thing, I got to give a shout out to George's Trophies, aka Sergeant M Replica Trophies. Guys, Father's Day coming up soon. This is the perfect gift. Matter of fact, this is the perfect gift for any occasion. I mean, who wouldn't want a replica Super Bowl trophy of their team? The team that got the ultimate prize, the Lombardi Trophy. So when you get a chance, go to his Facebook page, George's Trophies, aka Sergeant M's Replica Trophies. Now, we gonna do the damn thing.
You're listening to Make It Count, the Sneaky G podcast on Northeast Streaming Sports.
Is this thing on?
It's your boy Stefan, aka Sneaky G, bud. Let's go Giants! Oh! What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Stefan, a.k.a. Sneaky G. But, hey, your boy is going global, y'all. Doing this podcast, I have met some incredible people. And of course, what I mean by incredible people, I mean Giants fans. Are there any other kind? No. Yes, I answered my own question. I've met people from Spain, Mexico City, Germany, Barcelona. Oh my God, it escaped me. People from Georgia, and as in Georgia, I mean actual, Georgia, United States. That's a whole separate country in its own. Don't tell my wife I said that because Mama Boss is from Savannah. But also from down under. And that's and you know what? Let me bring up the Aussie Giant right now. Here we go. What's going on, my friend? How you doing? That was the worst Australian accent ever.
No, it was all right. I've heard some worse ones before.
Okay, you know what? I'll take that. Before we get started, go ahead and tell everybody about yourself. I know you, but I want them. And again, the Aussie Giant has already been a part of this community. I just kept them tucked away. I didn't want nobody to know about it. No, I'm kidding. But before I get started, we were supposed to do a show yesterday. For me, something came up, and that's why we're doing it tonight. Ozzy, I want to let you know, I've already apologized, but I want to let everybody know that, yeah, because I told everybody Thursday we were doing this. Friday, but it is what it is. And here we are tonight. My bad. I apologize, but let's make it count tonight. Go ahead. What you got?
All right. Just for those who don't know me, you guys play 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 7 o'clock games. For me, I'm waking up at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m. in the morning just to watch these Giants play. So that speaks about dedication to this team.
That is dedication.
I've only been into it for about 10 years now, but I mean, it's been awesome. The last couple of years haven't been so good, but I'm still getting up every morning at those 3 a.m. games to watch them and always repping. Always repping.
Now, before we get started, also, being a Giants fan, okay, in our division, what is the team you hate the most?
I know we've had this personal conversation, but for everyone else out there, it's
Yes,
obvious.
yeah.
It's Atlas. Like,
Thank you.
think about it.
I'm glad it's not just me. That's all I'm
There's
going
a
to say.
reason why there's that toilet paper in behind you there. Too. There's a reason that's there.
I need to find some, and I think I'm going to try and send you some. I'm trying to send you some. Ant wanted to stop by. Ant, thank you so much, man. Hey, if you could jump on, let me know. Now, Ozzy mentioned before in our previous conversation, like the very first time we spoke, I asked him the obvious question: what is a false stereotype? Now, don't answer that. Don't answer that because I got something for you. I want to throw something out there, and I mean we have a few people that are watching. Thank you for joining us. Let me know if you get this one.
Oh my god! I have not seen that before. That's funny.
and that's why I thought we were going to be a little late.
Oh, that is good.
You like that? You like that?
That
okay. All right. I want to see if anybody, which I don't know if people are going to. Oh man. Okay. So, I'll do it. This will be an honor for me to let everybody know about this stereotype. When you guys go to Australia, don't ever, or if you bump into someone from Australia in the States, don't say, let's put a shrimp on the Barbie. Don't say it. Just don't do it. Don't do it.
False narrative.
It's a false narrative. Shrimp on the Barbie doesn't know, and
yes.
Thank
you, Ant. That's the comment, Ant.
Yes, don't say it. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Now, and I've been on Omegle. I'm going to take this off in a few seconds. I just wanted to marinate a little bit. I've been on Omegle a couple times, and I've spoken to some Australians, and they said, yes, it's not true. Don't say it. Don't say it. Okay. That's for you, Ozzy. That's all just for you. That's all just for you. That's what I was putting up. I was like, oh man.
I was wondering what surprise you had in.
Yeah, I was like, we might be a little late. So if you want to come back, and this is going to be on, YouTube, Twitch, all the other outlets, and if you want to do a screenshot and send it to your friends, please, by all means.
That is classic.
By all means. Now, just ask for barbecue shrimp. Yeah. I mean, is that fair, Elliot? I mean, is that fair?
Yeah.
Yeah, just like I want
to say throw a shrimp on the butt because it's just not.
What about what did it say? Oh my god!
Real quick.
What?
Vegemite. You know Vegemite? You heard of it?
A Vegemite? Yes.
We do not get a spoon and eat it out like Nutella. You get a little spread and you put it on toast with some butter.
Okay.
So the common misconception is people just start eating straight out of the thing like it's Nutella. No, that's why you're gonna get that foul taste.
Right.
Bit of a knife, you spread it on toast. That's how you do it.
Oh, what about the? Because I want to get it out in the open. Okay, I know we got an hour show, but I want to get it out in the open so we can educate people. They're aware. They know not to, the whole misconception. Something about a dingo.
Dingo took my baby.
Yes.
That actually is the true story.
Okay.
I actually don't know the actual thing about it myself, but there was actually an interview, and it was on one of the news outlets over here, and it was an actual thing that happened. Like, that's actually not made up. That's actually true.
Oh wow! So a dingo is a kangaroo, right?
No, it's just like a dog.
Oh, so a dog
Like a wild dog, yeah.
Oh wow! So I take it the baby's okay, or
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know? Okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna Google that. I'm gonna Google that.
Oh, yeah, you can Google that. That's actually true.
When we get so I'll tell you what. Now that we got all the misconceptions out there, so here we go. Here we go. Ant says Tim Tams are awesome. Tim Tams are delicious. I never had that.
I'll have to send you some.
Oh my God. I'll tell you what. Send me some of that, and I will find out what I can send you over here. I mean, I would send you some brisket, but I don't know how good it would turn up. But I do have I swear to you, you ever come here, we are going to Sutherland's barbecue. And you see how skinny you are now? Yeah. You ain't gonna leave if you have a 4-pack, 6-pack, whatever. If your abs have abs, you ain't gonna have abs when you leave here. Yes, that's a guarantee. Okay. Okay, that says chocolate. I guess that's what it is. Is it similar to Nutella?
It's basically like a biscuit, but it's chocolate and then chocolate biscuit on the inside.
Oh, okay.
And you have it with like milk or tea or something like
that. Okay. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. Shoot. I love a good. And a biscuit is like a cookie, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Perfect. So for the remainder of the night, Ozzy, this is your show, man. This is your show. So I'm going to be honest. I didn't do any research. I didn't even, because I think I asked you what the agenda was like 10 minutes ago. I feel as though I am somewhat knowledgeable. And if you want to jump in, give me a shout. You know how to get in contact with me. But what you got? What do we want to talk about? Let's see.
First one, the off-season moves. Just a quick recap. So let's go through the losses first. So Golden Tate gone, Zeitler gone, Dalvin Tomlinson gone. They were kind of the three bigger names, as per se.
Right.
Golden Tate easily replaced. I mean, he was starting to age. You could see in his play, he wasn't really getting that much separation. The big loss for me was Dalvin Tomlinson. He was a nasty man in the middle.
Well, before we get started with Golden Tate, I wasn't surprised.
No, I wasn't either.
I wasn't surprised at all. I know some non-Giant fans were like, "Oh, big move ever." No, it was expected. To be fair, when Goff went to Detroit, I never heard the term bridge quarterback until then. Okay. And so basically Tate was the bridge receiver because he came right after we let go or traded Beckham. And Tomlinson, again, I'm shocked, but I'm not surprised because
either him or Leonard Williams, and you're going to keep Leo.
Right. And I wouldn't be surprised if Gettleman knew Shelton was going to be available
that's
from the
true.
Lions. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked because now keep in mind, Judge. I hope Anthony didn't hear that. Judge, because every time I say Judge, I think of Judd, which is Ashley Judd.
Yeah.
Montebello. So when Judge was in New England.
Yeah, when Danny Shelton was there. And Danny Shelton actually had his best career year in 2019. I think he had 3.5 sacks, had a lot of tackles for loss. Like he's a more than capable player.
First rounder, right? First
Yeah,
rounder?
yeah, it was 12th pick in the 2016 draft.
Yeah. So, yeah, you did hear it. It's an inside joke. Okay, Nightbot, calm down. Calm down, Nightbot. Calm down. And go ahead. What was the other one? I'm sorry, go ahead.
And then Kevin Zeitler as well, which that I could see coming. Like all three of these guys were, I mean, Tate, cap relief, Zeitler, cap relief, Dalvin Tomlinson. You saw the deal he got with Minnesota, 2 years, 22 mil. We weren't going to be able to keep that. So we had to do that in order to get who we've gotten, which Kenny Galladay, Dory Jackson, who's Kyle Rudolph as well.
Oh, yep, Rudolph. And then we also got Ross. Ross.
Ross. Mm-hmm. Fadi Adenabo. Like, there's been some, like 1 year proven deals, but in terms of the, like bigger signings as per se, like that were multi-years, like those were the guys that stood out. It's just the thing is with Dalvin that he was a key anchor in our defense. Like he would push the pocket that could allow, Leo or other guys off the edge to come through. And it's going to be interesting to see how Danny Shelton comes through and how he kind of fits into that role, which he's obviously done in his career already. But obviously he's a little bit older than Dalvin, and it's going to be interesting to see how Danny fits in.
Well, I think they were. I mean, they probably have some expectations, obviously, with any free agent. But then when they drafted the second rounder from Atlanta, help me out with his name. I gotta get him. I'm gonna practice his name, which I will say this is Anthony's guy that they picked up, which I agreed. I'm like, we needed an edge rusher.
Yeah,
absolutely. And I think with the combination of Lawrence, Tomlinson, Aziz, and the oh my God, he got injured in the Dallas game.
Lorenzo Carter, yeah.
Yes, Carter. I think we got a tough front four. I think we have something like a OC Strahan-ish front four, or the possibility.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't want to say I don't want to say that type, but I want to say the potential is there with them. I do also want to jump on. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, with Danny Sheldon can just hold that anchor through.
Right.
And I mean, Dexter Lawrence is a big boy too, and he's getting better and better. Like he's been with us for 2 years now, going into year 3. He's been awesome too. For a big guy, he can move. And those two, because I think I was looking at a stat between Leonard Williams, Danny Shelton, and Dexter Lawrence. There's over 1 ton on those 3 guys at that front. That's going to be hard to move for any offensive line.
You know what? And this is my fault. I should have came prepared. I want to know. I mean, sacks are great. The sacks numbers would be great to know, the combined of what they were able to accomplish last year. But I want to know the total of rushes and impact that they put on that quarterback. With Dak coming back, with the the NFC East looking the way that it is. To be fair, I'm really only worried, and I wouldn't even say worried. The only people I'm really looking out is, and I don't want to get off track here.
Yeah,
is you know what? We can revisit this at the end. We could do that as a recap. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Because you got a list, and I want to make sure we hit all that on the. Go ahead. What's the next one?
I was going to talk about the offensive side of the ball with so addition of Kyle Rudolph, addition of John Ross, Kenny Galladay. We drafted Kadarius Toney. Shep's coming back. There's Slayton there as well. Barkley's going to be healthy.
Mm-hmm.
This is a loaded offense for DJ.
Yes.
And this is a young offensive line who have shown promise and growth from the last 8 games of last year through to, where they are now. This is put up or shut up time for DJ.
Oh, big time.
This could be either he's going to lead us in for the next 10 years or we're using that draft capital.
10 years. 10 years is a strong number. With quarterbacks, apparently now the NFL for them is not for long. And I will say this: what bothers me about Cowboy fans is that Dak and Jones have something in common. Neither of them took us to the playoffs. Well, not only that, I'm just saying, like we never went to the playoffs in the last 2 years, and they're so quick. Cowboy fans are to say, you guys got Daniel Jones. I'm surprised you're supporting him. He should be kicked off. Well, what did your quarterback do the last 2 years? Oh, he got hurt. Injuries are part of the game. You cannot use that as an excuse. The point I'm trying to make is, if you're going to hold Daniel Jones to a standard, you should do the same for your quarterback. Point blank.
Absolutely. Especially when your quarterback's getting paid $40 million a year to go 8-8.
Thank you. And now
8-1 now that they're 17.
Right. Yeah. And not only that, think about it. Now he's getting like what, 125 million? Yeah. I'm actually wondering how many times he's going to have to restructure his contract through those 4 years. They're going to have to do something to add players because that defense is still atrocious. It's still atrocious.
Terrible.
So back to the Giants. When at the moment that Kadarius Toney was selected, what was your immediate thought?
I was surprised. I didn't think we would have gone receiver, but I also understand why we picked him up. He's very, very versatile. Put him in the backfield. You can put him out wide. You can put him in the slot. Put him in the return game.
Mm-hmm.
You can also use him in trick plays. He was a quarterback in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some trick plays that Jason Garrett could roll out too. But the value was just incredible. Like to move from 11 down to 20, get a first next year, a fourth, and a fifth.
Yeah.
And plus get, a good weapon. Like if you could get, say, a crystal ball and all you find out is before the draft, the Giants are going to get within their first 2 picks, Azeez Ojulari, Kadarius Toney, and 3 extra draft picks, you'd be going, holy crap, Dave Gettleman, how has he done that?
Right.
The thing is, right, because Azeez Ojulari, the only reason why I slipped to the second round was because of that knee injury. That doesn't happen. He goes in the first round.
Yeah.
So when I saw that we were going down to 20, I'm like, I want to get Azeez at 20. And we still got him at 50, and we get KT. So I was...
and a first round next year.
First round of next year, too.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people are going to think, look at the Bears' schedule. They're going to really struggle. I'm not so... I'm going to wait and see how it all plays out. Remember, Chicago did make the playoffs with a turnstile at quarterback last year. That defense is still good.
Okay.
So I'm not saying Chicago are going to go deep, but I wouldn't say, they're going to be 3-14. We're going to get a top 5 pick. Like, they could be like a mediocre team, and we might get a middle of the pack first rounder, which is still awesome.
Well, I mean, if you look at the situation of the NFC North, it is quite feasible. But I mean,
it depends where Aaron Rodgers what he does.
Right. Well, and it's also I don't have the Chicago schedule. I know we play them, so I know that's a guaranteed loss. But I said it. I have no problems backing that up. I said it. The North is going to be competitive because if you look at Chicago, they got a rookie quarterback. They got Andy Dalton. You look at Green Bay. Green Bay has a rookie quarterback. Well, no, second year. Love, first rounder. But they have 2 first rounders because they got Blake Bortles. Yeah. Minnesota, Kirk Cousins. I mean, maybe they could do something. I mean, Detroit. The South could be open. I mean, let's be fair. The South could honestly be open. And I'll agree with you. Yeah, we got to see what's going to happen. But if they aren't successful, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. Real quick, you're talking about Gettleman. This man knows how to draft.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like, there's not been 1 year where I was like, we could have done a little. Like, the talent and the value is insane.
Okay, I was on the Giants radio show, and I made it. I was really high on Pitts. I would have loved to have Pitts,
Yeah.
and I lacked some knowledge of the fact that we only had at the time six draft picks. I think we only had 6 draft picks at the time.
Yeah.
And when I made the comment that we should have the possibility of trading up to get Pitts, the guys on the show practically laughed at me. Okay. And I made a comment about Parsons possibly dropping to the second round, where we, maybe pick him up, and they laughed at me at that too. But it's ironic that I was off on the position. Had I said Aziz, I'd have been correct about that.
Yeah.
But they were right. We had no equity. We would have traded all, if not most, of our picks to go up to 4. Now that the fact we have capital, Jesus, we got capital.
Absolutely.
It was something else for us to come in and have no equity whatsoever, but now to leave and have a bargaining chip, and we can use that anytime. So for example, last year I thought Gettleman outdid himself. Okay. Thomas, I was pleased with Thomas this year. I was pleased when we had the pick. He had his growing pains as a rookie.
But
that's fair to say.
Tackles do.
Yes, yeah, and he's normally a left tackle. They put him at right, and it is a different technique. But then he came back and got McKinney, second round McKinney, and he did the sequel this year. Okay, I'm gonna say this about Tony. People says that we could have got Tony in a different round. No,
he would have gone. Jacksonville wanted him.
Yes, they wanted him. They were foaming at the mouth. They didn't know we wanted him, or they would have traded up. So he's a bona fide first-round pick. We got another first-round pick next year, and then we got Aziz. And I'm not in Robinson, the DB out of Central Florida, a beast.
They can play outside and inside too.
Yes, the defensive lineman Smith in the 4th round. I like the way the man plays. Very physical.
Gary Brightwell is a good player too. He's an angry runner. He's an angry runner.
He runs vicious. And also Williams as a cornerback. I could honestly see these gentlemen making the roster. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Washington wanted Robinson, because we traded up to get Robinson. I think we traded one of our first. They want him to? Okay. So, and about Jones, he has the pressure's on. Do you know how hard it was for me to defend him this year?
Oh, it would have been. But the thing is, right, he was still okay. His stats weren't amazing, but PFF, he was graded number 1 on 20 plus yard throws.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It's better than Rodgers. It's better than Mahomes.
Yeah.
And what that's saying is, give the man time.
Yes.
He can't throw the ball when he's on his ass.
Right.
He can't.
Yeah. One thing I can say about Thomas, in the beginning, he did throw out some blocks, and they were mainly called lookout blocks. When he got beat, look out, Danny. But hopefully, I think that's going to improve. And I want to give a shout out to Willie 20 Raiders. I appreciate the salute. Much love to you, man. What also go ahead. Okay. Another thing I want to say, I talked to a while back, Bladen K. Okay. Good TikToker. He has his own podcast as well. He made the case of, the fumbles that Danny has and that he holds the ball too long. And I said, well, that's coachable.
Absolutely.
And his remark was possibly. I said, no, because if a quarterback is holding on the ball too long, that's telling me that they're unfamiliar with the system that they're in. This was the season, no training camps, no voluntary camps, no preseason. So yeah, basically week 1
was your first crack.
Yeah.
How are you going to learn an offense on Zoom?
Oh, yeah. This is how you're going to learn it. Week 1 against Pittsburgh Steelers. That's how you're going to learn it.
Against what was the best defense in the league of the year before.
Yes, exactly. Arguably. So I think with the knowledge that he gained this year from that offense, the familiarity, I'm glad Garrett didn't go to San Diego. But I think after this year, Garrett's going to be gone. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets another coaching job. Plus, I think that's what Garrett wants. Garrett doesn't want to be an assistant. No, he doesn't want to be number 2. So, I mean, this is the window for us. This is the time.
He's got the weapons. There's no Kenny Galladay. You know what that reminds me of? When the Giants signed Plaxico Burress for Eli.
Yes.
A big body guy.
Yep. Everybody, I don't understand the mocking of Galladay, that we spent too much money. That, okay, is it your money? It's not my money. Well, actually probably is. I mean, with all the, yeah, at least. I mean, I probably paid about $10 of his salary, with all the, but what, and I hate it when other teams are worried about what our people are doing. I'm not worried about, honestly, I see some Raiders. I'm not worried about the Raiders. I'm not even worried about the Dallas Cowboys, the Eagles. I'm worried about the New York Football Giants and the successes that we're going to have.
Exactly.
That's what they need to worry about. So you also mentioned Hernandez, BJ Hill.
2018 draft class. They're coming up into the last year of their contract. I mean, besides Saquon, because obviously we picked up his 5th year. But
yep.
BJ Hill, Lorenzo Carter, Will Hernandez. They're all on. They're all on their last year of the contract. So it's contract years for them. Whether any of those 3 will be with us next year, we don't know. They could all be back. They may all be gone. One might be there. Who knows? But it's going to be like Lorenzo Carter. I feel like every year I've been like, this guy has so much potential, and either injuries have ruined his season, or he's just been pushed down the pecking order. Last year,
well, I mean, he had 9.5 sacks. He almost has 10 sacks. In the almost 4 years with us. I mean, that's decent numbers. I think with Hernandez, I mean, he played. Well, he could have competed in 45 games, which I think he played. Let's see.
Well, last year he had the battle with COVID too.
He did, yeah, and COVID was unfair to a lot. Even I think Cam Newton. I mean, we could even say Cam Newton's play suffered afterwards.
No, legit, it did. I agree. And this year, with Zeitler not going to be there, we're going to run Shane Lemieux and Will Hernandez as our 2 guards. Hopefully, this year he'll be healthier, and because he's been a good player, I reckon he's been a solid player for us.
Yeah. I'm a Hernandez fan. I want to see him out there. I want to see him succeeding. It's time, and even Evan Ingram. I was really harsh on him last year.
Yeah.
He also needs to put up or shut up. I'm hoping with the addition with Rudolph, although the injury to his foot, they say it's not serious. I hope it's not another. What's the running back we signed after Barkley got hurt that played for Atlanta?
Devontae Freeman.
Yeah, but he only played a couple games for us.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
I don't want it to be that. I don't want Rudolph to be just sitting on the sideline.
Especially when he's a touchdown machine in the red zone.
Yes. And I hope that lights a fire under Ingram's ass. Because, look, if you're going to cause half of the interceptions, actually more than half, you need to fix something. I mean, and the fumbles that I only can recall the one fumble in the San Francisco game.
Yeah, San Fran game. Yeah.
That all being said, I did vote for him for the Pro Bowl. He did get in because yes, I'm still loyal, and at the end of the day, come on, Evan. I know you're going to be that, that 12 touchdown, 100 plus reception, over 1,000-yard plus tight end that we know you can be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come on, Evan. I believe in you. Now help me help you. God, dog. It's so frustrating.
Especially when you see, right, like I'm going to go to the Cincinnati game last year. There was a nice catch that he had down the sideline where he tiptoed in, great catch. And then there was another one where it went straight to him and just went, whoop, just dropped it.
Well,
it was easy.
yeah.
No one got him. Like, it's just, he drops the easy stuff but will catch the hard stuff.
Yeah. There was like a touchdown. I think his only touchdown last year that he caught.
Against Washington?
Yeah, but I think it was against garbage time. I think it was no, was it Philly?
No, it was our first. No, it was against. There was one against Washington. In Washington, he ran a seam route and he extended all the way out, and it was a great catch.
Okay. But we already. I mean, hey, I'll take a touchdown anytime. I can win. But you're right. Make the tough catches.
But he drops the easy stuff. Is that a mental thing? It's like, oh, this is coming on. Maybe he's trying to focus on yards after the catch before he even gets it.
You know what? I don't care what it is. You're a New York. See, he's a New York football giant. Okay, and not only that, I will say that other than a quarterback, linebacker, and even a down lineman position, he's playing a historic position in the New York Football Giants.
Oh, absolutely.
We're talking Mark Bavaro, Howard Cross, and even Boss. I mean, he caught a touchdown. Did he catch? I don't think he caught a touchdown in the Super Bowls, any of those. But all I'm saying is he's in a position where it's a historic position, and he has to respect it and treat it as such.
Absolutely. It's the same with the guys playing on the edge. That's a pretty historic position as well. You look at every Super Bowl run we've had.
Yep.
We've had two eaters on the edge.
Leonard Marshall. That's a gentleman I can think of right off the bat as a D lineman. Of course, Carson, Reasons, Banks, LT. I mean, they were linebackers.
Yeah.
But when you're put in those type of positions where the person before you made that position for you, you need to do what you can do to keep that name going or keep that history of that position, because when they get like here in Dallas, and I live in Dallas, so of course when I watch the news that come up, giving someone the number 88, which was Parsons, I think Parsons or I'm sorry, I'm not going to disrespect the Dallas Cowboy past players, but 88 is a big deal.
Yeah.
And I guess when Bryant had it, it gave it a lackluster. Then I think CeeDee Lamb has it now. Who cares, really? But that's just the point I'm trying to make. Oh, so who else we got?
So I'm just going back to that 2018 class kind of feel. It's going to be interesting to see if any of those guys get a second contract. I mean, I'm hoping Lorenzo Carter comes back this year off that torn Achilles and shows what he was showing at the start of last year. Because at the start of last year, he may not have been getting the sacks, but those hurries and pressures were high before he got that torn Achilles.
And they matter too.
Yeah. Shane Zimenez was 2019 class, but I mean, he's still in a big year too. We've got a lot of depth actually at the edge position. A lot of young guys, but like a lot of depth too. But yeah, it's just going to be interesting to see because if Will Hernandez, if he doesn't get a second contract, that's a position we're looking at next year's free agency or next year's draft. It's just, are these guys going to be in the team long term, or are they looking for prove-it deals? Like, it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out.
I'm going to say, for depth purposes, I won't be shocked if Hernandez stays. Carter, no, I can see him staying too.
BJ Hill would be the one that
I think, yeah, I'd be shocked if he's gone too. Hold on, Kyle is gone though. That quarterback they selected.
Yeah, the letter's gone. I'm trying to remember who else in 2018. I know Saquon.
RJ
McIntosh, I think, still in the practice squad.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's gone. I haven't heard much of him.
I'm trying to see. No, yeah, he had 2 sacks the whole time he was here. BJ Hill. I'm trying to think. I hope he stays. I really do. He had
a fantastic rookie year. I remember that one game against Chicago where he just wreaked havoc. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm actually going to check this, but I'm pretty sure BJ Hill hosts the rookie sack record for the Giants, 5.5.
Oh, okay.
In his rookie year.
Well, he has a total of 7.5 sacks as of right now.
And 5.5 of those are in his rookie year.
Oh, wow. Well, I mean, to me, that's showing potential.
That does. I mean, it's about opportunity too. I know we got pushed down the depth.
Right, yeah.
When we got Dexter Lawrence and these other guys coming through as well. So he could have a big year too, knowing that this is his contract year. Like these guys were drafted in the 3rd round. You know, their rookie deals were worth peanuts in terms of a salary cap point of view. So they're going to be wanting to look for the bigger deals, and they're going to be playing hard for
it. And you were talking about opportunities. I mean, you kind of hit it spot on. In Hill's rookie year, I mean, he played out of the 16, he started 12 of them.
Yeah.
And I think because of that, that's why he did have that opportunity to get the 5.5 sacks.
Absolutely.
But also, I'm looking here, 32 solo tackles. I mean, it's a beast. And then when you go down in the years, out of the 16 games, he only started 5, which you got 1 sack, 13 combos, 15 assisted. And obviously last year, he wasn't listed as a left defensive end. However, he did play 16 games, but didn't start any. He did get a sack, 15 solo tackles, and 17 assisted. So I think the potential's there. I mean, it's showing, but you're right. He needs more opportunity.
Absolutely.
And I think the way Graham, and I'm not saying I know Graham, like we hang out or play spades together, which we should. He may rotate the guys more. He may. That's how he surprises the other defense. Hold on, we got Danny here. Hey, Aussie Giant, it is indeed a pleasure to see a diehard fan all over, and hell yeah, in Australia. Hell yeah. All right, here we go. He came back.
Davis Webb, I watched him play live in college. On the exhibition game, it was Cal versus Hawaii here in Sydney. And he was the quarterback for Cal, and he actually played a good game that game. I'm like, oh, he's all right. And I remember we drafted him. I'm like, I've seen this guy live. What the hell?
Right.
Yeah, Davis Webb does ring a massive bell.
Where's he at now?
Buffalo.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Buffalo.
So he went from us, then he went to the Jets for a year or something, and then been at Buffalo since like 2019.
Yeah, it's and I remember once
Eli retired, the talk they were going to bring him back. Or no, I'm sorry, no. People asked if they wanted Webb back, and I'm like, but he was like third string though.
Yeah, it was a third round pick. I'm pretty sure it was 87th overall or something like that.
Yeah. So I think, did that cover all your?
I'll just talk one other thing. So the wide receiver room, that's packed. And going back a little bit, I mean, I was happy with the Kadarius Toney pick. Some people like that I read on social media, like, oh, we didn't need another receiver. Oh, we've already got too many. How many years in a row have we had an injured receiver go down after like week 2 or week 3?
Thank you.
Like, you can never have enough weapons.
Depth
is carry about 6 receivers. So that's going to be Galladay, Slayton, Shepard, Toney, John Ross, and maybe Dante Pettis or Stills or someone else. I don't know who else we've got on that depth chart. But, if one of those goes down, we're going to need someone that's capable of stepping through. But there's also going to be special plays that Garrett might draw up. Like John Ross, for example. He's a lightning quick player. 4.22, I think it was his 40 time.
Ross had wait. Ross had a 4.22?
Yeah. Or 4.29 or something.
Okay.
It was in the 4.2s. It was in the 4.2s.
Wow. Okay.
So you're not going to tell me that Jason Garrett might not have a play drawn up, play action, John Ross deep down the field, and he might be used on certain there's never enough weapons that you can have. And as we've seen over the last couple of years, like Shep has had concussions and toe injuries over the last few years. You can't have enough receivers. Because remember in 2017 when Brandon Marshall went down, Shepard went down, OBJ went down, Eli was thrown
week after week after week.
Exactly. Like injuries, as you said earlier, injuries are a part of the game. You can't predict who's going to get hurt, but you need to make sure you have enough depth at each position,
right?
So that it's next man up.
And then you want to have all the players get as much reps as possible.
Absolutely.
Because you never know when you're going to get your number called. We got McNugget out here. McNugget, how you doing? I'm doing good tonight. Aussie Giant, how you doing?
Doing well today. It's Sunday midday, so different time zone, but doing well.
Now, I want to ask you this. When Gallman went to the 49ers, did a little piece of you want to keep him?
More than a little piece, a big piece of me wanted to keep him.
Thank you. For me, I would have loved to keep Gallman. I felt that was so much, but he wanted too much money.
Yeah,
he wanted. And I don't blame him. But I would like to have kept him and Alfred Morris.
Well, they were good for us.
I thought they fit us well. They represented what the Giants represent, and as an insurance play. Now, granted, Morris would have probably gotten like maybe 2-3 carries a game, but it would still be a breather for Saquon. And I don't know if you're reading into the reports, and I know why they're doing what they're doing, and I know why they're saying what they're saying. But they're leaving it open to see if he's going to be ready by week 1.
Yeah, I've read some of that. Yeah, they're not. But it's an ACL. You got to take that stuff carefully. And people are forgetting. Like, okay, he went down in the second week, which is in September. He didn't have surgery until the end of October.
Right.
So it's not like he got surgery straight away. Like that's an extra month you got to account for. So okay, if people thought he got it in September, he'd be good by August. He's good to go week 1. No. He had to wait a bit because it wasn't just the ACL; it was the MCL as well, and something else with his knee. The flaring had to come down before they could actually do the surgery.
Yeah.
So that took some time. And he didn't get it until I think just before or just after Halloween, and he's still recovering. So take the time with it. He's that much of a weapon for us, and he's that important to our team. Take as much time as he needs, because if he comes back and he's raring to go, and it's like 2018 Saquon all over again, Doesn't matter how long he needs because it's going to help us either way.
So this is him. What I got from his training. Check him out. I mean, that's impressive.
Putting all that weight on that knee, and it's coming back.
And do you see how high he got? I can't do that with both legs.
Let alone coming from an ACL.
Someone asked me what my expectation was, Barkley, when it comes back from open season, from his off-season injury. I said maybe about 3,500 yards, easy. I want him to come back and throw up like super Tecmo Bowl numbers. Wait, I know I'm a little. Oh, please tell me you played Super Tecmo Bowl once. Never. That is. I know every 4-year-old. It's like they if they hear this, they're like, "What did he just?" Yes, Super Tecmo Bowl. That game. Back in the day, I would take Jerry Rice. Yes, I used the 49ers sometime. And I would put him at running back. And he would have like a 5,000-yard rushing season. Jeez. I would have Phil Simms as quarterback. And I made it my mission to throw over 100 touchdown passes. And Phil Simms would have thrown for like 20,000 yards in one season. And Mark Navarro probably got like 15,000 of those yards. It was just ridiculous. You gotta Google that when we get off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Google Dingo Took My Baby. You Google Super Tecmo Bowl, or it was Tecmo Bowl. I'm sorry, let me back up. Tecmo Bowl was the Nintendo version.
Yeah.
Super Tecmo Bowl was the Sega Genesis version back in the day.
I'm have a look at that. Hey, absolutely.
So we got about a good 7 minutes left in the game. In the game. See, I'm getting hyped about the season. I want to check and see if we have any Facebook love because I have a really bad habit of not checking. Barkley is going to be Gary. Man, I appreciate you watching, man. Gary Lewis, Bird Johnson. Just so you know, I don't trust anybody that has 4 first names. No, I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding. Barkley is going to be the comeback player of the year. No doubt.
I agree. Well, 2012.
No doubt. Right. Yeah, and he was over 1,000 yards.
And there's actually, if you go back and where you watch the mic'd up of 2018 Giants versus Washington at MetLife, and Saquon's talking about Adrian Peterson because that's when Adrian used to still play for when he was playing for Washington. He kept saying, have you ever watched the highlights of Adrian Peterson's comeback year? It's incredible. He was saying that before he got injured. He did his ACL, did the same injury Adrian Peterson did. You reckon he hasn't hit up AP or watched a lot of his stuff and trying to find out how he came back so he can mirror that and do what he did for Minnesota so he can do do that for the Giants?
So so one thing I love about Coach Judge is that he talks with a purpose.
Yes.
And one of the things that Saquon said in one of the interviews when asked, what did Coach Judge say to you? What a story.
Yeah, going to be a hell of a story.
I mean, if that itself, I want to go and run through a wall right now just for that alone. But if that in itself doesn't motivate a player such as Saquon, which he's already coming back hungry. It's just a matter of when and what day. And whatever day it is, we as Giants fans, family, we're going to be there. We're going to be frothing at the mouth, and we're going to be so behind him that it's just going to be electrifying. I can't wait.
And he saw how well Alfred Morris and Wayne Goldman were playing behind that line at the back end of last year. So he's hungry for it too. And you put Saquon back in there, and hopefully they're playing at a good level. Watch out, defenses. That's going to be.
And let's not forget about the Incredible Hulk that showed up on the field, a.k.a. Danny Dimes.
Oh, absolutely.
He came back as a shiny dime.
He's jacked.
I mean, I want his protein shake. I want to know I want to know his regimen, because he came back ripped last year, and then this year, I'm just excited. I'm excited for him, and he's doing everything the right way, because the reporters are already starting about his toys and about what the possibility and what about, and then he's handling the media in such of a manner. That's my guy. That's my guy right there. I'm excited. I am so excited right now. I can't, kudos to Gettleman for getting Coach Judge. Kudos to Coach Judge for putting that staff together.
Yeah.
And then kudos to that staff, Coach Judge, Gettleman, the Mara front office, the Giants organization, for putting a team together. So I believe they're going to have a product on the field that we're going to be proud of. By far. By far. I've been talking for the last few minutes. Aussie Giant, go ahead, let it rip, man. What you got on your mind?
I was just going to go back to an earlier topic, how we're talking about the division and how open it is.
Yes, we're going to revisit this. That's right. Let's do it. Yeah, I like that.
There's not been a repeat winner in this division since probably before I even started following the NFL. That's how long it's been, which would have been more than a decade ago, right? Washington.
I'll find out here in a sec.
Yeah, Washington. Fitz Tragic, I like to call him. I respect him.
Fitz Tragic.
But I call him Ryan Fitz Tragic because he will play 3 good games in September when the weather's warm, and then he'll turn into tragedy and start throwing picks like it's no tomorrow, right? So, and he hasn't been to the playoffs before yet. So, and look, their defense is still good. I respect that, but we've got Washington's number, and I'm going to back that up, and I'm happy to say that we'll beat them twice again this year. We've done that the last couple of years, so let's do it again this year, right? Dallas, okay, I respect their offense. They've got a very explosive offense. What's that defense going to do for you? It's not going to stop anything. And Philly is just a basket case. Can Jalen Hurts really play? He looked okay, but, their offensive line is aging before we know it. And that defense is questionable at best. So this division's wide open again. I would say that it's between us, Dallas, and Washington. I don't think Philly are going to do anything this year. And even saying between it's us, Dallas, Washington, it's our division to lose, because I feel like we are the most well-rounded team in the division on both sides of the ball.
Philly fans will even tell you that they don't believe they're going to do anything.
Yeah, well, I've got a mate of mine who's a Philly fan, and he's like, yeah, we're going to be shit.
I will say I'm not really worried about any team in the division. I may get some flack for saying that, but I'm just going to be honest.
We're the most well-rounded team in the division.
Yeah, and for anybody to disagree or anybody to say otherwise, and now, yes, we look good on paper. Yes, and if we could put it all together on the field. And to all the Cowboy fans and the Washington fans, and not so much Philly, we're not in here to wear a hat. We're not in here to wear hats. Aussie Giant, just so you know, and I know you know this. When we win a division, we get a hat.
Yeah, hat and shirt.
And a shirt, right? Yeah. Okay. Really? You got your bling with you? Thank you. That's what we're trying to win. Not a hat. Not a hat. We're talking about rings. Not a hat. Not a hat. We ain't talking about a hat. We're talking about rings. We're not talking about Pro Bowls. We're not talking about we're talking about rings. And I think that's a good way to go out. Final words. What do you got for final words, man?
Final words. Get excited. There's so much promise in this team, in this organization. We've been through the little bit of a dark time, but it's time to get excited. Like, Giants football is going to be back to winning ways, and it's time to get really excited about that.
And for me, this is the longest off season of my life.
I agree.
It's like I'm watching molasses going down a tree. Guys, those of you that have joined us, that watched us, thank you so much for joining us. And Danny, I wish they would.
I wish they would too. It would.
I wish
at 3 a.m.
Oh, wait. All right. I'm going to put you on the spot right now. If they have a game in Australia, can I crash in your pad?
I don't have to have a game in the show if you would crash my pad.
Oh, shit. All right. I'll see you in 24 hours. And we'll get some barbecue shrimp.
Oh, yeah.
We're not going to put shrimp on the barbie, but we're going to get some barbecue shrimp. All right?
Yes, sir, absolutely.
Aussie Giant, it's good to see you. Can't wait for the season to start. I am going to be going live during the game, so please join on it if you see me on.
Will do.
Other than that, I appreciate you. And now it's a tradition when you come on the show. You got to say so. I'm gonna give you your moment. Go ahead.
Let's go Giants. Oh,
that was awesome. Man. This was fun. And you know, this show was better today than I knew it was going to be yesterday. So that's why we did it today. I want to thank everybody for watching. Please show Aussie Giant. Hold on a second. Where can they find you?
That is true. I haven't really got a football page set up, but I might have to take this name and create one.
But I mean, you're on Instagram though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Let me know when you're up and running, because I know I'm on your page. Because
yeah.
I mean, it's good to have I don't have a personal. My personal page is the SneakyG Man page. But when you get yours up and running, let me know, and we'll definitely let everybody know.
Absolutely, that sounds good.
All right, we'll do this, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be good to everyone, and like the Aussie Giant said a few minutes ago, let's go Giants! Oh!
Is this thing on?
It's your boy Stefan, aka SneakyG, man. Let's go Giants!